voices.
Broadcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 6, episode 42, episode number 267, and it's our, I can't sing it, but imagine I'm Jay singing, Raleigh Weekend Recap. Jay just heard his name, looked at me in the Zoom, and was like, not worth it to, it's not worth it to unmute.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You're doing so great.
Thanks.
Anyway, right now, do you want me to sing it? I'll do it.
I do. Sing it, please.
Do it.
What did you want me to say? Podcast weekend.
Raleigh
recap?
Weekend Meetup, 22 Meetup Week recap. I don't know, something. Whatever
Really
works
long.
best
Okay.
for you musically.
Raleigh Meetup Weekend Recap. Raleigh Recap. It's the weekend.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Hello, we are joined live via Zoom for our recap episode for the meetup that we had last week. In the order as they appear on my screen, we have Ro and Kayla and JP and Elena and Matt and Mandy, the Fireball Island champion, right? Greg, Brian, the non-DP specialist, Judy, Drake, Jay, and Randy. Hello, everybody.
Yay! Welcome.
Narrator, they were all waving on mute.
Oh, and so many of these lovely people were with you guys over the weekend. I'm so happy for you all, and thank you for all the pictures. That was great. I can't wait to hear more details about it. Only a little bit of FOMO here.
Thank you very much for letting us FaceTime you so many times.
Oh my God, Colleen, I so appreciated that.
Good.
It was really nice. I will say on Saturday, when you FaceTimed me, either before or after, I can't remember, Frank FaceTimed me from France, and he was having a barbecue with like all of our friends in France. I was like, wow, all of my friends are having fun and hanging out with each other tonight, except for me.
Oh, it's true. You look like you were like having a lovely like you time. Look like you were like maybe reading a book, sitting around just like enjoying the quiet, maybe.
Maybe reading a book, that's what we'll say. No, I mean, I watched all of our movies for June 1st, so I guess
That's
that.
right. I guess we'll take this real quick before we get started. Housekeeping. Next week we are off because Shandy is going to be in France.
Doing some things.
Drinking some champs in France.
Yes.
Some champs and champ.
You better believe it. Going to a French wedding in Champagne, so yeah.
So
Stop. Your life is too glamorous. I can't handle it.
And then the following week, it's going to be awesome. Make sure you Instagram it for us.
Okay.
Yes, please. Speaking of FOMO, it's our turn.
Okay.
Yeah. If there is
Hopefully
not...
they'll have Wi-Fi at the wedding.
Even if
Get
it's
a new SIM
afterward.
card.
Time
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Time difference. We're not going to know.
Yeah.
And if there is not at least a picture of a bunch of empty champagne glasses with a tally for each one you drank, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Challenge on. But when we'll be back for a regular episode on May 31st, and then on Wednesday, June 1st, the following day, we're going to record a podcast in which we talk about some of our favorite coming of age movies, which was Can't Hardly Wait, Clueless, and 10 Things I Hate About You. So get your rom-com chick flicks on.
Yes.
And send
Having just binged all three, I'm very excited for this conversation.
Excellent.
Good.
Having watched none of them yet,
Yes. Same.
I am excited too. All right. So, who wants to get started? Please feel free to unmute. This only works if everybody pitches in, because I wasn't a part of everything that happened in my house or outside of my house. So by all means, please feel free to chime in. Look, see, Kayla's even going outside to shout everything from the rooftops.
Ooh, showing off.
I just want the Fireball champion to talk about her tremendous victory this weekend and show off her prize.
There were prizes?
I should have stolen a frame, unlike Dot, who had other plans to steal stuff. I should have stolen a frame from Pauline to frame this beautiful picture. Oh, wait, hang on. We gotta get rid of
I was going to say, you're in like portrait mode.
Yeah.
I'm in blur.
Yeah, it's blurred in the background. It's the Zoom setting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's for work purposes.
So in case you were wondering,
Can you see? No.
Mandy and Jay and Dan and Matt and Maggie and who else was down there? They did their normal. Ro was
Taylor.
down there. Weekend Fireball Island tournament on Saturday night. We had an epic 2 different tables. One table were the ladies, the other table were the men, and I heard their penises kept getting in the way of rolling the die. It was apparently a very big controversy here.
It was tough because our penises were so big.
Oh, dear.
Shandy's like, what did I miss? Well, Shandy, you're about to find out.
As a fellow penis haver, I decided to join the women's table because they were better looking and smell better.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, in fairness, and it got by the end of that. I mean, everybody at the guys' table was so trash that I don't even know if the end of that game. I don't even know what happened at the end of that game. But anyways, it was great. But yeah, Mandy, first timer, didn't seem like the first time because she was fantastic.
A lot of first-time winners this weekend. Ro won.
Nice.
That was
Sure.
another first-time winner.
Chase won.
Yes.
Chase Casanova.
Elena's husband, everyone. So I didn't know Chase won.
Bring in Chase. Bring in Chase.
Yeah.
He's doing some math tutoring right now downstairs. So this party would end real quick if that happened. I'm gonna let that go.
Virgins were on fire.
Ro has the
And not in like a
photo
weird,
of
like
the
witchy way.
weekend.
Yeah, I mean, usually you have to sacrifice the virgins at the temple of Volcar, but no, they were just yes this weekend.
The photo that Sherry got of me looks like my face is on fire.
Oh my God.
It's such an amazing way.
the best. Like it could be like National Geographic, like picture of the year. It's like
Bro, in the
captured a
wild.
moment like
Oh my
that
God.
perfectly.
I showed it to a friend of mine today, and she said, "You're not just a little bit competitive, are you?"
If anybody has not seen the photo, we'll have to somehow put it out there on Instagram or something. But it's Ro after she won that first night, the Friday night, right?
No, that was Saturday.
Oh, that was Saturday?
That was the all-girls game, and Greg was my good luck charm.
Ah, but there's this epic photo of Ro, and she is just like, I am woman, hear me roar, I won! And it's
Amazing.
just
Rose
amazing.
of victory.
Photo credit to Sherry.
All Sherry.
Yeah.
She knows how to take a picture.
Yes, she does. What else happened? So let's start Friday night. We had our normal, well, I guess on Thursday, going back to Thursday, some people got in. We had the slowest, most ridiculous mellow mushroom trip in the world, in which I think my children melted down. So the problem with the mellow mushroom, and this is not a very long story, is...
You said mushroom trip?
No, we went to Mellow Mushroom. It's a restaurant.
Oh, because I heard the mellow mushroom trip.
Yeah.
And went somewhere else.
I think
Went
that's
on your
the
own
point.
mellow mushroom trip.
I think that's the
God
point of the
damn it.
restaurant's
Okay.
name. But so we get there and everyone's like, "It's my first day. I'm brand new." I think Got was like, "What's in this vodka tonic lemonade stuff?" And she's like, "Oh," it was like the simplest thing, right? She's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not 21 yet. I can't answer any questions about how drinks taste." I'm like, "Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those days, huh?" So. We get appetizers. My children got pretzels. They come out burnt, but that's fine. Everybody's new, so we're trying to be. The beer cheese was way better, Amanda, than our Sunday beer cheese.
It was very.
It was
disappointing
actual beer cheese.
Yeah.
So we get, we do that, and then we order our regular food, and everybody's food comes out except Greg, Zach's, and Alex's. And all the grown-ups have their food, and the kids and Greg do not. And
oh my god!
It was very clear that the food orders had never been put in for any of them.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So Alex didn't want it, but Zachary accepted a slice of pizza from Gott to starve off the hanger. And Jay just said, "The Kids and Greg is my new band name." There you go. You were looking for a new band name, babe. And everybody was so young and so new that I felt bad. I didn't want to be like a jerk about it. So, but it got to be a point where it was like 15 minutes went by, right, Greg? The rest of us.
I don't know how long it was, but JP was sitting right in front of me to the right of me, and he had pretty much finished. He and I both got pizzas, obviously not at the same time, and he was pretty much done with his entire pizza before I even got mine. So however long that is.
It was like a good 15 minutes because the kids were getting restless. And I even made a comment to her, but I was trying to be as nice as I could. I was like, it's never great when the kids' food's the last food to come out. Spoiler alert, it never is.
She said, yeah, I hate when that happens.
Is that what she said?
Well, because when hers is the last to come out.
Fortunately, even though I'd driven all day and like was kind of tired, we decided to get some appetizers.
Thank goodness,
ended up paying for the one I got, so thank you, God. And because of that, and I had some of yours, Colleen,
Speak
too.
of the devil.
Because of that, there he is.
David God is joining us.
Because of that, I wasn't like hangry, so it was I just calmly sat there like, it's coming.
Okay, I don't know. Everyone was impatient though, but. Again, David, we're just finishing.
I literally saw Greg slowly descend into madness. I'm pretty sure he tore up 3 menus.
No, that wasn't until we got into Elena's van and JP triggered me with a Batman statement.
Oh no! Okay, we'll get into that after.
And you all trashing the Batman can go to hell.
Yeah, the Batman was great.
I'm the one not trashing it.
Yeah.
I've been to hell and it was Malaysia's Uber.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. That's gonna be a big part of this discussion.
It's gonna be a long night.
What did I say about? No, we're gonna keep this quick. What did I say that I was gonna make this episode title? Something with Malaysia's mother. Remind me when we get up to that. So anyway, whatever. Thursday night was great. You guys left a vodka surprise on my door. Gott's like, Zachary left his crayons and we dropped it off. And I was like, cool. And I'm editing this show. And I was like, all right, when I get to a stopping point, I'll go out and go get the freaking crayons off the porch. And I go out there and there's a little paper bag with a big old bottle of vodka in it. And I was like, surprise me.
You should hear what Gott said, though, when we were dropping that bottle off.
Oh, what did you say, Gott? Oh, you're muted, dude.
He's an old man using Zoom.
He's not a cat. He swears. Just click on the microphone. It will make your sound go on.
Right there, Gott.
Was I muted?
Yeah.
Sure were.
Yes, fellow podcaster.
At least you weren't a cat.
Yeah.
Yet, anyway.
I'm just saying, whatever JP said, I probably said. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh my God, JP, I just noticed your background. Who is that? John Sterling sleeping? Who is that?
JP.
Oh, is that Jamie? Is that you?
That's me.
Oh. Well, move over. Let me see your butt.
Choice.
Nice.
Problem is he wore like a really black short, so you can't even see any butt definition. It's just like
Shandy's on mute too, but she just said something.
Yes. Like an old lady. I said, I saw that picture of JP on the socials. I knew that was you, JP, when you put it as your background. See, I didn't miss everything.
I remember you commented,
99%
wow.
of it.
Before we get too far away from the alcohol thing, Elena, do you have something you want to share with us about what happened that night?
Nope.
Yo, I do. I want to know.
Nope.
Oh, let's talk about this.
Dear
We need to talk about this.
Oh, a spot has been blown up.
That's why I asked her.
Breaking news is happening now.
Okay. Well, I think the funny thing is, so we were driving from the hotel to the ABC store, and it was a little bit drizzly.
To get Colleen's vodka.
I got it to get Colleen's vodka. I have a car full of people.
How many years have you had your license?
Oh, no.
I don't know, not a lot.
She said like
Anyway,
47,
I'm very young.
didn't she?
No, I am 40. I'm 46. I'm not even 46. Okay. Anyway, we digress. Don't distract me. So we're driving to the ABC store, which we had been earlier in the day because Scott had to go there first thing. Anyway,
So we were there earlier in the day going through the same entrance and exit. Go on.
Oh, did you go to the Briar
drizzly.
Creek one where the exit and the entrance are weird? I do the same thing every day. I don't care that the exit is the entrance. Every time I go there, I go in through that way.
It gets worse.
Oh, no.
We're driving, and I'm turning in, and there's a ka-goom, ka-goom. And I'm like, oh, is that a speed bump? Well, it was kind of a speed bump. It was the little cement thing that keeps you from going in the out and out the in. So anyway.
They call it a median.
Median.
It was like driving over a curve at 20 miles an hour.
So we go in, and everything's fine, and Gott runs in, buys the Absolute. We run to your house, drop it off. All's well. We get back to the hotel. Gott checks the bottom of the car. Nothing's leaking. Nothing's happening. So I drop them off and I drive home. I get about a block from my house and it starts to downpour. I get into the garage, into the driveway. I park. I text everyone, hey guys, I'm home. The bottom just fell out, but hope you guys have a great night. So I get texts from Kayla and from Greg, and I'm just sitting on the couch at this point. I picked back up my phone and I wrote, the bottom fell out. It's this typical expression here in the South when it starts to pour rain. Well, they thought the bottom fell out of your car. Holy shit. OMG.
Yeah, that's what this kid thought too.
No. That's something we say
when it rains.
I need to write this down.
Like the bottom of the sky.
Car's all right. Everything's fine. No, it just rained real hard as I was driving home. The bottom of the party van is all well. So anyway, it was just hilarious. I mean, I almost died when I read that, and that was like the worst choice of words I've ever could have picked given the circumstances. But anyway, all was well. So party van, ready to go. No issues.
We learned a valuable lesson.
Exactly.
Also, before we move on, we all need to give Elena the biggest round of applause for being driver extraordinaire and everything. Like, she got all the plates and the blah 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 blah, and the napkins and the forks, which Zachary loves because he could just throw his stuff in the trash instead of the sink, and it's that extra 10 feet that you've saved him, and you're a hero. So thank you.
You're welcome. I tell everyone it is a pleasure to do it because I just get to live here and reap the benefits. And I know everybody has goes through a lot of effort every year to be here. And it's just some way for me to, just share the love. And I love it when everyone's here. I've been super bummed for the last few days. It was an awesome, as always, weekend, and love to see you guys and miss you when you're gone.
Aww.
2023.
I know. Start the countdown.
I think 2023
Jay just got to bless your heart in the chat. What did you do?
I think 2023 is going to be a housewarming party at Shandy's house. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Nobody steal my sitcom idea. I'm writing it.
That's right. Sure. I'm so surprised you remember your sitcom idea.
Hey,
no pun intended. That wasn't Freudian at all.
Accurate statement. The statement of the weekend. I was fine until I wasn't.
I was fine until
Shandy,
I wasn't.
I need to send you a video of me almost catching God saying he was going to take your life.
Okay, please do. I want that as proof, just in case.
It's not what I said.
I didn't get it on video, though, to be fair, so I don't have any hard evidence on him, but I have witnesses.
Yeah. Hard evidence was also a big theme of this weekend. Hashtag full command, everybody. But
did I miss any conspiracy theories?
No, I don't think so.
Did you talk about the Titanic? Have we listened?
Okay. We didn't, but I will have to. I will say.
No, but we did have a floor show.
Honestly, I missed the karaoke. I was really jonesing for it. I was in my happy place. I was having a good time, and there was no karaoke, which was we had talked about not doing it before because we went to the baseball game and we were going to get home too late. But like then I was just like in my element, and I was like, this is my time to sparkle. So Amanda and I just played things.
Down to the jam session with Elena and Matt and I. We were rocking.
I was there.
We were actually singing at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, we just had Alexa play songs that we sang and danced to.
We would like jump on in.
It probably wasn't as cool as the jam session, but we sure had a lot of fun. Although when I see the pictures of it, I'm like, oh, we need to practice. We're not nearly as in sync as we used to be. We used to be so much better at that game, Amanda. We'll get there.
Maybe I won't watch the videos. I'll just keep it in my mind as this like perfect thing.
Is that the videos? It's just the pictures where like we're both doing different parts of the dance, and it's not like in sync at all.
I have video of the dance.
Oh, I don't want to see it.
BANANAS.
I haven't posted it for that reason.
Same.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't.
I respect your privacy in this matter.
Thank you. It's and respecting a woman's privacy is something we also discussed on Saturday night, but we're not up to that yet. Oh, no, we're not up to that yet.
Was I terrified?
David Gott made the mistake of trying to
sacrificial lamb.
I don't even disagree with him.
He was trying to be
it was just the dartboard.
He wanted to be intellectual. You were just asking questions, and we answered your fucking questions 5 times over.
We were playing Fireball downstairs, and I think I went up, and I was the living embodiment of that Simpsons gif of like old man Simpson like going into the bar, taking the hat, and then going right back out.
Jay was like, I heard abortion, and I am leaving now.
Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't there.
It was Gott in the corner of the kitchen, and then just everybody descending upon him.
It was like The Walking Dead. I thought they were going to tear me up.
We were like, nobody gets an abortion at 32 weeks, you stupid jerk. But nice.
Yeah, we had a long discussion about abortion last time. No, the time before. Okay, never mind.
The funny part is I'm pro-choice, and they still beat me. They beat me like a dog, and I don't know why.
How about don't repeat stupid talking points, and we won't
you read me a Pete Buttigieg tweet, essentially, as your response.
We did. I did do the Buttigieg.
I didn't know that at the time, but I read it the next day, and I went, this is exactly what Colleen said.
Well, duh. He's a smart dude. We're the same age, obviously. I'm sorry. Somewhere Michael David just had a stroke.
Hey, where are they?
I asked them, you were in the big chat when I was like, hey, Erin, can you ask Michael if I can wear my Elizabeth Warren shirt? And she was like, hard no. All right. So Thursday, Friday, Casa Carbone, which was way better than the last 2 times we were there, and that made me much happier.
Nice.
They had people because Chip and Sarah were there, so they had multiple wait staff for us. We were at 4 different tables, and they were so on top of it that the waitress that was assigned to our table, she cut Zachary's personal size child's pizza with the thing and served it to him. And I was like, oh lady, goodness. Every time you leave, I go up there and I just take a piece and I eat it myself. It was really good. But did you guys all feel this, agree that Casa was way better than October?
Way better.
Yeah.
She even dropped a Hobbit reference or a Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh, did she? Was I
Yeah,
there?
she said, these leftovers are good for breakfast or for elevensies, whatever you want. And I was like, look at she go. She knew us. She knew who we were at that moment.
Yeah, well, the guy that was there was our waiter in October, and he's been our waiter back there every time we've been back there, because when we walked in, he recognized us. We were there in February with my family,
He was like, oh,
was
shit.
he terrified?
Oh, these people.
No, that's
I said, do you remember us? Do you remember us? He's like, oh, yeah. Sorry.
So it was good. We saw Chip and Sarah for the first time since 2019, which was great.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But it was funny. Should I tell a story about the bottle of wine, Jay? Or is that tacky?
Sure.
Is that tacky?
When we realize we live completely different lives from some of our friends.
Should I tell us? So we sit down. It's just us. We're first for the first time ever in our lives. We're always like the last ones to get places. And she's like, "Do you want a glass of wine?" And I was like,
It was the guy. It was the guy.
It was like, "Do you want a glass of wine?" And I was like, "Yes." What's the bottle that Chip always gets? Because that's delicious. And he names the bottle, and I'm looking and
he doesn't name the bottle.
He says
it out on the menu.
No. He says you can't get a glass of it. You can only get a bottle. And I was like, okay, I'm looking. And then he points it out, and it's $70. And I was like, I'll have the Montepulciano for $9, please. No, thank you.
Yeah, it was very quick, like, ooh.
It was so awkward because he could see that we were like, oh, we were expecting it to be expensive, like $30 expensive. It was not. Anyway.
Nobody had the sparkling wine from New Mexico this time.
No, not this time around. And then we sang happy birthday to Gail because it was her birthday. So happy birthday, belatedly, Gail.
Oh, yeah.
That was so sweet.
That was really sweet.
Also, the Monday, the day after the meetup was over, was Angie's birthday. So
happy birthday, Angie.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Happy birthday.
Belated happy birthday to Angie. So yeah, that was that. Then I don't even remember. You guys were here until we kicked you out at midnight, 12:13 actually, because I remember Maggie making the comment. She's like, "I'm so sorry that it's late." I was like, "It's okay. You finished your game. That's fine." It's like when my kids take a shower late because they're finishing their episode. But yeah, so Friday was that was not the double fireball, right? That was just a warm up tournament. Everybody's nodding.
Just a play. I mean, what we changed this year was it was a total of whoever got the most wins for the entirety of the weekend would win Matt's art that he drew. So
wow.
And usually there would be a lot of winners, but for some reason it was just a lot of first timers. And I won. I was up 2, but there's a bunch of wins. And until the very last game, I was in the lead to win the artwork from Matt this year.
But you didn't.
But you didn't.
Mandy knocked me out.
Mandy.
I think we got to be clear, though. Jay's early wins came with a little bit of an asterisk because we found out that we've been playing wrong for a good 2 years because Matt Eichhoff called shenanigans on something, and we went to the Sacred Tome. The Sacred Tome proved that Jay had been playing wrong for
Hold on.
years.
It's not that I was we were all playing under these false pretense. Actually, no, they were the house rules. So
I'm
house
just
rules.
teasing you. It was fine.
But as a
You've
group
triggered
that
him
was
now,
at the
guy.
table, we enacted to change the house rules to follow the treasured tome. And the adjustment here, for people that have played the game before, every time before we said whether you're going forwards or backwards, if you pass a player and you have the jewel, that player can take the jewel from you because it made sense. If you're passing somebody or someone's passing with the jewel, you can steal it from them, right? But I guess technically to the book, it said as the player, as you pass the player, you can take the jewel. And so that changed the game a little bit.
As a non-Fireball Island player without 4-year-olds involved, that sounds controversial to me.
It was. We had to take a vote.
We took a vote.
Because we're a democracy in this house. It's straight up democracy.
But it shouldn't shock you that the
not even a republic.
I cast the deciding vote, and I chose to go with the strict interpretation of the Sacred Tome.
Of course you did.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Senator
What the
God.
makers of the game intended.
Even though I feel like society evolves from 1987, but it was a 3-2 vote to strictly adhere to.
Oh shit! I do have a question. Were there any nipples involved?
No, Dan just went around and collected wedding rings like they were souls.
Everyone's wedding ring.
Yeah.
Like they were souls.
That's what
He
that
even came
picture
upstairs
was.
and got mine.
Off of
like
my cold
Infinity
dead
Golf.
hands.
Maggie is joining us. She's not connected yet, but hello, welcome, Maggie. All right, so that was Friday. What else? Did anything else notable happen on Friday evening? I truly can't remember. That kind of all blends in. And then Saturday, I picked up Amanda.
Yeah.
We all went to First Watch, which was fun. Amanda,
It was my
Bloody Mary.
first. It was my first watch experience.
Did you have a Bloody Mary with bacon?
I had the Bloody Mary, and she never brought me my bacon.
What?
That's true. But you ordered a side of bacon, so
I
you
did.
could have just put that in the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, but by
isn't it
then I
supposed to come
was
with?
drinking the Bloody Mary, so
Yeah, it was basically
it
gone.
seemed redundant.
No, I had this like coffee cocktail that was like all the things
Oh, it was
in
so
one.
what was
It was very
called?
good. It
It
was
was-
very good. When you can't decide if you want a breakfast cocktail or the coffee,
Oh.
it was both. It was both.
It was you and Aaron both got it, and it was so delicious because I had a taste of yours.
Yeah, and it came in this cute little carafe thing.
Yes.
it was a great experience.
I wanted to take that carafe home, but I had the little clutch on me, so it was not gonna. It was not gonna.
I wish I had known. I would have put it in my purse for you. Why didn't you say anything?
Also, like Alex, remember he had to poop, so we had to leave a couple of times, and like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Alex,
next,
at one
next time
point-
we'll work on our
Yeah.
our blinking
Our
signals
blinking,
for
our-
like
yeah,
put it
yeah.
in your purse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next time.
Oh God, what was yours called? It was like named after a cereal or something.
It was something. It was like something cinnamon cereal milk or something.
something. It was very good though.
Yeah.
But I did the Bloody Mary waiting for the bacon. She brings out the Bloody Mary. She was like, "Oh, hold on, I'll bring back your bacon." And then she never did. And I was like, "Oh," but that's okay. It's still delicious. And what? Oh, we did the baseball game on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Did everybody have fun at the baseball game?
It was delightful.
It was really
Looked
fun.
great.
It was really fun. So I was worried the whole week because it was supposed to rain, and they kept saying thunderstorms, rain, and we had the most gorgeous, perfect night. It was great.
really nice.
Or was that just me? Because I like warm nights. I don't know. I thought it was.
lovely.
Oh, it was really nice.
Perfect.
It was really nice.
Once
Yeah.
once the sun went away, which was about an hour and a half at the most. Once it was gone, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, the sun's generally down at this time of year by about 7:30. It's not set; it's just lower in the sky. So yeah, I thought. I don't know. I had a fun time. Does anybody want to talk about the bat dog?
Oh, the Bad Dog was amazing.
It's so
That
cute.
was awesome.
Oh,
And
so cute.
the terrace things were perfect because they were like little rooms with chairs and a table. So like we didn't have to like stand up every time anybody wanted to go get another drink. There was room to move around.
Yeah.
Those were perfect. I love those.
And where they
I
were
haven't seen those
great.
before.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
great
that
view.
they were right by all of the bars and food.
That too.
Yeah, it was a great spot and great view.
Yes.
Well done, Colleen. Awesome job.
Yes. Well done.
Here,
That was really, really great.
And guess who gave me a ride to the Durham Bowl game?
Aaron and Mike.
Yes.
Whoa, you were in the same car and
It was
didn't,
all
like
good.
explode?
Nobody fucked anybody in the face. It was great.
No,
Huh. But then Dan drove you back.
Well, they went back to their hotel, didn't they? After that? Oh no, they did come back to the house for a little while.
Saturday night.
Yeah, they only came back for a little while because they,
A little
Way
bit.
too
Yeah,
long.
a little bit.
yeah, they and Jamie had the half marathon the next day.
All that, yeah.
Yeah.
Did
that happened.
Jamie run the half too?
He did.
Sure
They all
did.
ran the half.
Sure did.
Damn.
And when I walked into brunch on Sunday morning, they were all like, "Fuck you, that was hard." Because I used to run that course at my lunch break at work because it's right by where my old office is. And I was like, "It's not that bad, you know. There's this one spot." And Jamie was like, "That one spot was hard, but so was the rest of it."
Apparently, it finishes on an uphill.
Apparently, the whole thing was an uphill.
It was not an uphill.
It was
They're
just
big old
uphill,
babies.
and then they turned around, and somehow they magically kept running uphill all the way back. The hill like inverted itself.
Yeah. Apparently, you run past the airport at one point. Anyway,
And Jamie said it was on gravel too, and that freaked him out.
no, it's only on gravel for part of the time. It's a multi-use trail, so it's like a horse trail and bike trail and hiking trail. It's pretty wide. It's the only place that you really could do something of that volume. I mean, I know Umstead. I know that park that they were at has a lot of races throughout the year, but like it was a good kind of there and back for those people. But I'm trying to think. Like I know there's gravel portions of it, but it's not. I don't know, whatever. I also only thought it was hilly in one spot, so what do I know? But anyway, back to Saturday. Game was super fun. We had tickets that had $10 loaded onto them. Oh, did you guys like the selection of like food and beer there? Because I love the Bulls Stadium because they have such a good selection of things.
I just wish I knew more about the food because I got the worst veggie burger
Oh no.
ever. And then I ate it because I was hungry. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, look, the food trucks are right there. And I had no clue about the food trucks until after I was already done eating. So,
Yeah. Same row. I was in the same boat. It's like,
To
I
be
wish
fair,
someone had told me to just look to my
talked
right
about
that
and
there were
pointed-
delicious food trucks.
I talked about and pointed out the food trucks at one point, but I don't think anybody was really paying attention because it was like sensory overload point.
Yeah.
And I was still
I wish I
so
had
full
been.
from breakfast that I didn't even go over there until it was ending. Then after that, we all headed back to my house. This is when the duel tournament happened. Any other highlights from the duel Fireball Island tournament? Because the upstairs was doing listening to tunes and singing along in the kitchen, and then yelling at God about his barbaric abortion opinions.
I came up to get a drink. I came up to make a drink and go back and play Fireball. And it was like they were lying in wait for me.
Yeah, I think they were. It was a classic Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
Another funny part about that was that Drake and I were both just sitting there watching this go down, and occasionally Drake would just be like, "God, you're wrong. It doesn't matter."
Told him for his own sanity to walk away.
But he didn't.
But he didn't.
I just stood there and took the beating. At some point, I think I was just like this. Just
at one point, I thought you just wanted something to bitch about.
Oh, okay. We're gonna mute Drake. He's just gonna I'm just gonna kick him out over here. We didn't just want something to bitch about. Fuck you in the face. I don't even remember how it came up. I think we were bored with.
Yeah, he was talking about God.
He was talking about God, not you.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about me. I misunderstood you. I was reading the chat. It appears the Cards Against Humanity King and Kayla La 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 also agreed that the first watch trip on Saturday was missing a few items, like people's food.
Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the dude running that place, I agree with that. He did not appreciate us one little bit.
No.
Was it the one we went to on Monday, Call? Or?
Yeah.
It was good on Monday.
It just came really, really late, unfortunately.
I think it was,
but it was free.
I hear sometimes people prefer it to come really late.
And free.
And free.
Definitely free. Maybe not always late, depending on what time it is. But, to each their own. Anything else about Saturday night that was noteworthy?
The jam session was on Saturday, right?
The jam session was fun.
Exactly.
Jam session, and then the boys, the all-girls Fireball Island game also happened.
Testosterone versus estrogen.
We were talking about that. We were talking about how the boys, had some mechanical issues with their game.
I mean, it wasn't mechanical; it was more physical.
It happened.
Physical.
Pieces were in the way.
Physical mechanic issues. Anyway, the upstairs crew, we missed a whole lot of the Fireball Island
there
game.
was some real action. We had a full-on concert downstairs and a showdown. It was great.
It's it sounded great. Yeah, we had fun upstairs too. Yeah.
And to be fair, we could hear the jam upstairs, and it sounded good.
Yeah.
Just never made it back downstairs because there was abortion rights to defend, so we had to stay upstairs and do that. So next time.
And then suddenly, go ahead, Jay.
I was saying, what I find impressive is that God was involved with both the upstairs and downstairs.
Well, and
he likes both upstairs and
then all of a sudden the abortion thing just sort of petered out. It was like they ran out of steam.
Whoa! No, sir.
All of a sudden, I'm in the middle of a floor show.
No. We didn't run out of steam. We said what we had to say. We pwned you, and then we were like, we're moving on with our lives because we win. Or you just had more Jack and forgot that we won.
I'll
can't
say,
stay angry forever. It's not healthy.
I wasn't fighting because I agreed with you.
I wish Dan was here because whatever drink got brought back for him totally fucked up Dan. Got was totally fucked up. Like the man's table got completely trashed.
Yeah, so what happened that we missed? Because I didn't realize that Gott was drunk. I know that when Dan was left, I know he was messed up because we were like, give us your keys, you're not driving. And I took his keys and hid them so he would not get them.
Got we had to do the old stereotypical, like, just aim him in the direction of, like, where I was like...
Apparently that was just like the last half hour. I was fine till then.
Oh,
Yeah, you went from 0 to 100 real quick.
It was a steep decline.
And then the McDonald's that we stopped at on the way back was... The POS was broken. They wouldn't give us food.
What McDonald's did you stop at?
I don't know. Greg was driving.
McDonald's.
We tried to stop at one. It said it was open.
And Briar
through the drive-through, and they were like, no.
They were like a Party City and Dick's in the parking lot.
No, yeah.
Party City?
Oh, so the
I didn't see any dicks, but there might have been.
I don't know.
Well, Kayla and I we were talking
you
about...
You missed the dicks. You were too drunk.
I just went where Kayla told me to go.
Story of my life.
I was going somewhere and I said something to Kayla about going to BJ's, which is like our Sam's Club Costco. And she's like, BJ's? And she goes, oh, that's a restaurant. I said, no, we have 2 BJ's in the same parking lot, but it's not the same parking lot as Dick's. Sadly, Dick's is across the street.
They missed a great opportunity with that one.
Yeah, they totally did.
Very excited to move to North Carolina.
Come to the land of BJ's.
And Dick's.
And Dick's. Actually, I don't know if we all want to come to the land of BJ's. I actually move out of the land of BJ's.
Well,
Do we?
apparently there's no Dicks available in Target because I placed an order and nobody brought me one back. So.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
When Ro went shopping, what was that?
You had a very specific age requirement on
they're like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I said, well, I'd like a 56-year-old man with no baggage.
Oh, there we go.
They had 55 and they had 57, but
We're all out of
Nothing as
I'm really
specific.
flexible. And I'm really flexible, so, you know, whatever.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Somebody screen cap all of our faces right now.
I'm turning red again.
Don't turn red. Don't turn red. Listen, if everybody could talk about what the gummies did to their, you know what.
And I didn't even have a gummy, so go figure.
Apparently they were
beat high sex.
Very erotic gummies, but we can get to that too. Sunday was fun. We went to downtown and we had brunch at the beer gardens and then headed back, did our normal cards, in which it was complete and utter bullshit that Amanda and I didn't come in second place at the very least.
Robbed.
We were robbed.
No, I think Mandy and I deserved it.
That's the only reason why, because you guys took second, that's the only reason why I'm like, okay with it.
I mean, I would have been happy if you guys came in first and then Mandy and I came in second, but
me too.
You know, Elena and JP are the reigning king and queen.
It was like deja vu. Like, is this a different year? What's going on here?
No, so here's what happened, okay? Amanda and I so everybody teamed up to make it go faster this year, which actually worked out great because in the past, you know, sometimes we barely get around one time, but we got around like 4 cycles this year in like an hour and a half. It moved really quick. It was good.
I think like Cards Against Humanity Swingers Edition.
It was. So, but like,
it's fun. I like the team component. I like the choosing by committee. I thought it was fun.
I did too, but twice it came down to 4 of us had 4 cards each, and then all of a sudden, JP and Elena had 5 cards, and then Amanda and I like, oh. We gotta take them. We gotta hustle. So we had Sherry and Kayla on a team, and we were like, this card has titties on it. Play the titties because Kayla will pick us to win. But it wasn't Kayla's turn to pick. It was Sherry's turn to pick. So while Kayla picked our card, Sherry picked JP and Elena's, which didn't even make. Is that the one that didn't even make sense?
It didn't make sense. It wasn't grammatically correct.
I don't know.
They just went for the low-hanging fruit card.
I felt bad because I picked the one before and she didn't even realize I picked it.
I was peeing and I won, and I didn't even know that I had won.
I feel like most of the times we won, Colleen was either not paying attention or peeing or something.
Yeah, like we came back and I was like, oh, who won that last one? Amanda was like, we did. I was like, oh my God.
Another great reason to do it as teams. Never have to like stop the game for pee break.
Yeah. But it was super fun though. Anyway, then it happens again when Maggie should have picked ours, but didn't.
This was one of the few that, again,
made
was
sense.
both clever and grammatically correct.
Just because it's grammatically correct doesn't mean it gets picked, okay?
Yeah, but it makes the most sense.
It was also clever, but it was also clever.
It was clever. It was
and yours
good.
came in like second place twice for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? Second place is not first place.
This is why you don't let me be on a team by myself. I need to have a teammate. So then there you go. That's the problem.
No. I'm just saying that was also bullshit. And JP was like, looked at me at one point and was like, I'm going to do this card. And he's like, this is a throwaway card. And I was like, that card's going to win. And that card fucking won. So I take back that vote of confidence that I gave you. I should have told you to put your other one in that you thought was going to win that wasn't the throwaway. And then maybe if all these other things had gone differently, Amanda and I would have won by 1 instead of losing by 3.
Hey, you know what? Everybody loves an underdog story. It's going to be a come from behind victory next year. That's all I'm saying.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Going to train in the off season.
Emphasis on the come from behind.
Cue the drinking of the raw eggs. We've got this.
Let's see. Over in the chat, Rose said, I'd love to know what Judy, Randy, and Brian think of this craziness not being there because Shandy was there via FaceTime. Judy says I've been around long enough.
The craziness in general, or the Cards Against Humanity craziness. Okay,
craziness in general.
I was like, I wasn't there for Cards Against Humanity.
You were there in spirit.
Yes.
And you did FaceTime me twice, which I appreciated.
Very true.
I'm in the pictures. I made it to the pictures.
That's high praise right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, Elena was going to screenshot you in, but you were in anyway.
And then I was out, so that was kind of weird. I was about to add Shandy to the Friday Facebook or Friday first watch picture because that's when we photoshopped Rowan last time, but I wasn't in that one either.
Yet another graceful pickup.
Oh,
Driving.
One first watch a weekend is plenty.
It is.
Not that I go to Waffle House, but just saying.
It was plenty. And next year we should. I really liked the beer gardens, even though the food was just my burger was really good, but the beer cheese. Amanda and I had beer cheese for brunch the next day, and it was neither beer nor cheese. It was this. I mean, Ro, you tasted it, right? Who did I have taste it? Maybe it was Connie. I was like, please try this. Was it you, Mandy? It must have been Connie then. But Amanda and I, we got these sliders and a pretzel to split, and the pretzel had beer cheese and the ground stone mustard, spicy mustard, which was delicious.
Mustard.
Yeah, it was very good. But the cheese was watery and had not the consistency of pretzel cheese or beer cheese. And
it was slightly sweet.
It had this very sweet taste to it. And we were like, what did they melt back there for way too long to put this? It was
it was just incorrect. We have this cheese sauce and honey. What can we do with it?
It was, I actually liked it by the end.
No.
Are you sure that wasn't the raw egg you talked about earlier?
That could have been the raw egg. Maybe that's where it went.
Stockholm syndrome for food.
But I was like,
it's fine. It's delicious.
I'm getting used to this.
Anymore. What is?
We
food?
paid for
What
this
is
ridiculously
cheese?
overpriced pretzel. We're just gonna eat all the beer cheese. That's not beer cheese. I don't know. That was fun. I had fun there. And then anything else happen of note? Oh, we did the fire pit, and then
there's always a fire,
which was awesome. Drake,
always a fireball,
fire.
always a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing fire. Thank you so much. It lasted forever. It was really good. And also the burgers. Zachary took both of those leftover burgers, Drake, that you made to school yesterday and today. So He really liked it. We had lasagna from Dan and mac and cheese from Jana. So we were all very well fed on Sunday.
Yes.
Thank you. I remember her mac and cheese.
It's very good.
It was quite good. So that was good. Thank you to everybody that made something or brought something. And then a bunch of us stayed up until 12:30 to watch the eclipse.
Oh, nice.
We put up chairs at the top of my driveway because that's above the tree line because, it's like on a little hill. And we watched it. And Dan's camera took some awesome pictures. Matt, you had the binoculars, right? Who brought the binoculars? Was that you, Matt? Dan?
Or Dan's.
Dan's? Okay. And yeah, that was super fun. We sat there for like a whole hour and we were like quiet and reverence until we started playing the Coyote Ugly soundtrack.
Yeah, we were coming up with all every moon song we could think of, like any song that had reference to the moon.
And that was Jay's fault. Because we were all quiet and like very zen, and then Jay came out after that Life was done, and he was like, let me play all of the music because you guys are boring. And I was like, dude, it's so loud. Plus we have neighbors, and it's like 12:15. Shut up.
To be fair, Matt Eichhoff and I were singing moon songs quietly, I guess, to ourselves.
Oh, is that how that started? Because I wasn't out there at first. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and then I think we just got a little louder, and Jay really brought the extra energy.
He brought the boom to the boom box. Yeah.
Yeah, brought the boom box. It was
fun though.
It was fun. It was really good.
Checking in with the chat. Does anybody want to say any of that on the microphone? So I'm not doing all the talking here. Randy wants to know if people paid homage to the Golden Shandy. There may have been a nefarious plot involving the Golden Shandy. Would anybody like to explain that?
So I had this plan. We were going to abscond with the Golden Shandy.
No, we don't talk about the plan. We expect Colleen to forget the plan, and in 4 years we're going to execute the plan.
Well, I told Colleen about the plan on Saturday night.
He did.
So we were going to steal the Golden Shandy, and then we were going to send it around the country and have the photo taken of it in front of monuments all over the country that were identifiable.
Like Amelie, but
and then we were going to anonymously return the Golden Shandy at the next meetup. However, two things happened. I went to get it by asking Colleen if I could charge my phone, and she said, yeah, go back in there. And I put my phone, and then I looked at it and I go, I'm not putting that in my luggage. I'm just not. I know I'll get searched. And so I backed out, and good thing I did, because I walked out the door and Amanda goes, what are you doing in that room? And I'm like,
that was where I
charging my phone.
Like, get out of my room. Get out, God, get out of my room.
It remains with me.
And so then I felt the need to fess up the whole plot to Colleen. So
wait, hold it up again. Let me get a screenshot.
Oh God, you could have fit that somewhere else besides your luggage.
It's on the base.
It's only slightly bigger than a watch, right? Not a pocket watch.
But I like the idea of a flat Shandy instead of a flat Stanley. We're sending it all around the world. Don't you know the flat Stanley thing? Maggie.
Yeah. This was actually supposed to be the original intention of the Golden Shandy. Like I said, I'm pretty sure John Norton was the actual last winner of the tribe's Golden Shandy thing. I just refused to send it to him.
We even had an email address planned. We were going to get goldenshandy@gmail.com.
Well, you should still get it.
Demands.
You should still get it. I'll never know where it is. Oh, it's going to say exactly where it is. Look at that look how it look. Look at that. It's so cute.
Oh, and you hold it that way. It looks like a butt.
It does look like a butt. Instead, it's just a, golden penis. All right. Mm-hmm. We are going to finish up this whole recap thing with the story of Malaysia's mom, and then take a quick break. Who wants to start? I wasn't a part of this. This is not my story to tell.
JP, that's all you. You got this.
Go ahead, Mandy.
First, to set Shandy up, to let her know what we were dealing with, Jana ordered the Uber for 4 persons, and it came, and JP, Jana, and Kayla get in the bath, and they say, Mandy rides shotgun. Okay. I open the door, and there's a cooler in the front seat. And she asked if I can put that in the back. So I put it in the back, and then I come back and have to still move paperwork. There's some towels in the floorboard and a dirty bowl from her kitchen. And then we are off to the beer gardens. And JP, you can share the conversation when Malaysia gives us a call.
And first I'll say what probably happened was Mandy probably moved the cooler containing the kidneys that she was transporting into the trunk.
Definitely sounded like a kidney cooler from my
it definitely was. And notwithstanding what was in the front seat, but what was in the back seat by me at my feet was a small box with a couple of cans of SpaghettiOs and what I think was a diaper. And this
used or
clean.
Yeah, no. Well, this is an Uber driver, somebody who's rated, on the appearance of the car. So we're chugging along, having a good time, singing songs, telling stories. And
this is
Malaysia, what?
This was an epic trip.
Oh, it's about to get epic.
So the Uber driver's daughter, Malaysia, called us, called her mom while she was driving. And the mom put her on speakerphone for all the car to hear. And the daughter proceeded to advise her mother that so-and-so wanted to come over and get his massage. And there was a little bit of discussion as to whether or not he should have his massage at the house or at a hotel. Mrs. Malaysia, the mother, said, I don't remember her name. So the mom told her, she gave her a couple of choices, and these were brilliant choices. She said that if he wants to come to the house for his massage, he would need to climb in through the window.
What?
Yes. How do you go to your masseuse, Shandy? Why are you so shocked? What do you use the door? Oh my God. The door. Plan B, of course, was that he could have just gone to a hotel with Malaysia. Malaysia, though, was very, very worried that if they went and got a hotel, he would want to stick around after this massage. So Malaysia's mom offered some keen motherly advice and told Malaysia that if he doesn't want to leave, just show him your gun.
But don't shoot it, right? Just show it to him.
Don't shoot it. No, that would be wrong.
You don't have to.
No.
She's a responsible gun advocate.
So they jib jab back and forth a little bit, and through the conversation, we also learned, besides a gun-toting, window-climbing masseuse, Malaysia also does waxing, Brazilians. Mandy, what else did she say? You were kind of up front. I was just in the back sending you dirty texts.
She also let Malaysia know that she is the woman in this situation, and she is the one in control and has the power. And she should not take anything from him that she doesn't want to.
Except for his money for the massage.
Well, she wants to take
half
that,
of this conversation. I was just in such shock that it was happening.
Yeah.
So JP, what time did you make your appointment for?
Well, we actually, when they got to the beer gardens, we were trying to find Malaysia's massage parlor number because I thought it'd be great to get JP a gift certificate. But
we checked LinkedIn, didn't find it.
I don't think they're the LinkedIn kind.
We looked for
Craigslist.
We looked for Malaysia's waxing on Google and we couldn't find it. We even tried spelling it WACKING. I couldn't find it. I think at one point, I don't remember who it was, but I texted either Kayla or Mandy during that conversation, and I said, I feel very uncomfortable, but a little aroused.
Sounds right.
You did text me that, and I was like, ugh.
But the best part is... Wait, I'm sorry,
how many stars did you give the driver?
Oh, yeah.
Jana did not rate the driver. Jana said she did not give her rating as a beer garden. She had not rated the driver, but did give her a $20 tip for the entertainment.
Wow.
That 30 minutes was better than 3 hours of the Batman.
Okay, JP. Okay.
I agree.
At some point, the guy got on the phone with Miss Malaysia, and they were just speaking Spanish. So we have no idea what they said during that. Jana was not up to date on her Spanish. so she couldn't translate after the fact for us.
That was
goodness.
That was definitely. Well, I can't think of. I mean, well, notwithstanding any conversation that God had, that was so uncomfortable.
Can you tell us what was the straw that broke the camel's back that Malaysia's mom was finally like, oh yeah, by the way, you're on speaker, so maybe you should, tone down the convo?
There wasn't one.
I think
it wasn't until the very end.
The limit does not exist.
She was saying it was
Stop.
like Malaysia was saying how much she loved me to her mom. She was trying to get her mom to tell her how much she loved her. And that was when Miss Malaysia said, I have customers in the car. I'll call you back.
Like, love is the cutoff, but guns are okay. The fuck?
Oh my God. Malaysia's mom was the woman in control in that conversation.
Yeah, she wasn't just giving advice that she doesn't herself also take.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. All right, we are back. We got a couple things. We've got the That's What She Said off, which will be very quick. We also have a top 3 favorite things from Greg this weekend. But because we're on everybody's quick timetable, aka the King of Cards Against Humanity, JP, you get this the honor. Does anybody want to play voting locations or Fireball Island? Which one do we want to start with? Elena said she's a hard pass.
Oh, I'm only playing if Elena plays.
Oh no!
I can barely play Jackbox, and that gives me like 30 seconds or a minute. So I'm bad at this.
All right.
I know Maggie is very good at it. Did she
spot.
leave? She's still here, Maggie? No, Maggie's not here anymore.
No, Maggie took. No, she
Come on, Elena.
We don't have to.
I
won't put
know
anything in
my
the
strengths. It's driving to the ABC store and playing Cards Against Humanity. So.
Similar skill set.
Well, it's playing Cards Against Humanity anyway.
If I ever showed you guys all the cards that Elena wanted me to play, oh God.
Bullshit. I picked the good ones.
I picked the one that probably sets you on the good luck streak.
That's true.
You affirmed it.
Yeah, there we go. We don't have to. I don't want to put anybody in a spot when we're not all in person and, 17 drinks in. We can save it for another live show. We all good with that? We can hold off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Greg, you had a top 3 things that you wanted to share with us?
Yeah, I just something you said on one of the posts made it sound like we were supposed to share something, so I just wrote these 3 quick points. Coincidentally, I picked one for each Friday, Saturday, and Sunday by accident.
Nice.
So it kind of works out that it's something from each day. Even though I was there Thursday too, but I guess that doesn't count for this since I chose to do only 3.
Be an honorable mention.
Okay, so first we'll start with the honorable mention then. It was after dinner on Thursday night because it can't be dinner because, again, my pizza came very, very late. But it was fun still to see everybody. But the best part was driving around with Elena, and you heard the story what happened there, so I won't go into detail again. But that was fun for Thursday night. As my honorable mention. On Friday, my favorite thing was my game of Fireball Island. I didn't win, but I got really close. And there was just a ton of fuckery at the end. And it was very fun, even though I lost, ended up losing. I think that's the game that Mandy won for her first game. So it was just a fun game. And something that I noticed when I wrote all these, and I know I've told at least Colleen this before, I think maybe somebody else, but just based on who I am, being an introvert and being just more enjoying smaller, more intimate, smaller groups of people. I really like seeing everybody at the meetups. There's 20 to 30 of us every time I've gone. And it's always good. So it's nothing negative about large groups. That's just I guess that's just not as much my jam as a smaller group of people, whether it be a game like Fireball Island when there's a handful of us down there. So that was part of why I like that too. But I think next year I'm really gonna have to. I kind of played it laid back this year and didn't really jump into play. But I think next year I'm starting to miss playing, so I need to jump in more next year. For Saturday. Was lunch at First Watch. The we all had to be at separate tables that day. Unlike the day before, we were all kind of together. So we kind of got split up. And I really enjoyed the table that I was at. We got to have some good conversation. Again, because it's kind of like a smaller group, we were able to kind of discuss more things that we haven't before, be a little more specific. And I was able to talk about something about my life that I haven't shared with a lot of people. And that was a really cool experience and good lunch. Plus blueberry pancakes were great. And then Sunday, the eclipse, when it was just, again, a smaller group of people, we were just chilling outside, and it was a gorgeous night. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It was perfect out.
It was a great night.
It was a great night.
Yeah, it was just really cool. Be able to share that experience with a smaller group of people. Joking around, singing the songs and all that, and seeing the pictures Dan was taking, the binoculars, was just really, really cool moment. A really nice way to close out the weekend. So yeah, that was my top 3 and honorable mention.
Awesome.
Good list.
Perfect.
Anybody else have anything?
No, you forgot. I think we forgot. I'm gonna give 2 good shout outs.
Okay.
Number 1, thank you, Kayla, for totally getting me fucked up.
When did you get fucked up? What night?
You are fucking welcome.
That was Friday night.
Oh, Friday.
Extra lit.
Oh my God. I look at that, especially the picture of me holding up Shandy. I'm just so wow.
I didn't even notice. I don't know if that was about me.
Not the first time somebody said that about me.
Kayla's gonna go into the pharmaceutical sales.
Yeah,
you should.
She was keeping everybody well stocked. Do you need to go? You need one?
I've never done that in my life. I've never felt like that in my life, and wow.
Wait, did you took the gummies? Which ones?
What did I take you?
Probably the hybrid. I was giving most people just the regular hybrid of THC. I don't think you had any CBD.
I gotta say, Friday night, I was just so mellow. I was so worried about walking for some reason.
It's always so interesting when you're high, which things you like focus on when you're super high, because if you have a bad trip like that, you kind of need to focus on something. You're like, I just gotta get through this, because you can't overdose on weed. Like, no one's ever died from weed, so you're just like, you have to, just get through it and you'll be fine.
And I remember when you handed me the phone with Shandy on it, I was like trying to play it cool.
You did. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I felt like the drunk guy when I was like 21 and getting drunk for the first time.
You waited till you're 21 to get drunk?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, judgment free zone, Shandy.
Fair.
And then Connie's massages. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, shout out to Connie.
That was a highlight for me. Shout out to Connie for sure.
Yeah, she gave people massages. I still actually, you can't see it, right off to the side is the bedspread that I need to wash because all of the massage oil lotions is all over it. She gave massages right behind me.
Oh damn.
So is Connie's other name Malaysia?
Oh, speaking of, Malaysia's mom's name, I asked Jana, is Melanie.
Huh.
Oh,
that's kind of disappointing.
I guess it keeps with the M theme.
Yeah,
but,
it does. Good times.
Yes, I did not crawl through the window to get the massage. But she definitely emptied out all that pressure. She emptied out my back door.
Oh, well, good. As long as anybody... Look, I didn't have a clean back door during the time you guys were here. So as long as you guys did, I'm super glad.
Oh, my God.
And then we know that somebody else had a wonderful night with the gummies that they then told me the next morning that they were at, was it High Salute?
Full Command.
Mm-hmm. the next morning. So
he sent me a very nice message.
I believe he said it was glorious.
What?
I believe he said it was glorious.
Yes. I think we all talked to him at different points because I talked to him one-on-one and he was like, let's just say I was at full command all night.
I didn't know that until the next day, but I had a suspicion based on the fact that when he did the post in the group thanking me, comment was hearts and a fire emoji. I was like, I wonder what happened.
Well, I told you, I looked at Jay at one point at the two of them at the table, and I was like, oh, they are going to fuck so hard tonight.
Which made it awkward for me because they were both staring at me.
Jay was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, oh, yeah, you can tell. Those gummies are really, really kicking in. Well, good for them. Yay. I don't know if there's any way to make this less awkward now, because I'll probably cut that out. Maybe. I don't think they'd care if I kept it in. They told all of us about it, so.
We didn't name any names.
He called me my... It was really cute. He called me, thanks again, my spirit guide, when he sent me a message. I was like...
So, Kayla was a spirit guide. Malaysia does the Brazilians, and Connie does the massages. It's like an all-inclusive weekend here at Casa Glotfelter. All right. Anything else? I think this is a good place to stop, just for everybody's time, because I know that it is a school night. Do you guys want to do any feedback? Or do we want to save that for the 31st?
I can read it.
Oh, but there's a...
Sure. We'll do them real quick. We're going to finish up with 2 quick emails from Brian and Brian. One is a DP specialist. One is not a DP specialist. One has volunteered to read his own email. One is not here to and volunteers Shandy.
I'd be honored.
So our first email is from Brian, the non-DP specialist. Here he is.
Okay. Hello there, Colleen, Amanda, and Shandy. I hope this finds you all doing well with minimal loss of brain and liver cells after they get together this weekend.
What do you say, team? Do we have a minimal loss?
First off, I wish you a belated Happy Mother's Day. I hope the kids and cats treat you like the queens you are.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. I missed writing to you last week and went through some withdrawal symptoms. Let me tell you, broad addiction is a real bitch to kick. Actually, I had a good reason for missing a week. I was honored to be the judging co-chair for the microbiology category at the 2022 Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair that was here in Atlanta last week. What these high school age kids do for projects is extraordinary, inspiring, and humbling. There were 63 projects in our category from the U.S. and around the world, and there were about 1,400 projects at the fair. The kids who made it to ISEF had to win local, regional, and state and country competitions. And the winner in our category was a 17-year-old junior who was inspired by her cousin who died of cystic fibrosis. The title of her project is a mouthful: Computational Analysis of the Cystic Fibrosis Lung Microbiome and Development of a Non-Toxic Quorum-Quenching Cocktail Therapy to Inhibit Multi-Species Biofilm Proliferation.
And that's why we asked you to read your own email.
I got to be honest, I was really hoping one of you was going to read that.
No, there's no way I would have been able to do that.
Oh, we outplayed you, my friend.
Yes, you did, because my next sentence now makes no sense whatsoever. How's your tongue doing after working through those words?
Super great.
All right. It was solid work, and she knew her stuff. Impressive, most impressive. If you or anyone listening has a science or engineering background, I highly recommend volunteering to judge at a science fair at any level. Interviewing these kids and seeing what they can do give a lot of hope to this cantankerous, crusty, old cynical bastard of a scientist. So, as so often happens, let's switch gears to now discuss cannibalism.
One of our favorite topics lately.
Yeah. Perhaps you should alter the MFK game to be marry, fuck, kill, and eat. Or perhaps not. Anyway, to address your question as to whether it would be safe to consume your neighbor if hunger gets the best of you, hey, another use for that hot now sign. Let me point you to a rare disease called Kuru. Kuru is an infectious prion disease or a transmissible spongiform
encephalopathy. I know that one.
Thank you. Awesome. For those of you keeping score at home, I haven't even been drinking. That causes an invariably fatal nervous system disease. It spread among the 4 people of New Guinea who practiced a cannibalistic ritual of preparing and consuming brain tissue, among other bits, of deceased family members. Spread of the disease peaked in the 1950s and 60s, but decreased when the government worked to discourage the practice after scientists figured out what caused it. Public health in action, baby. To learn more, I have an NIH link and an NPR article, podcast link, actually. So there you go.
I think I've heard of this. Like, I remember reading about this thing. Like,
it's kind of fascinating. So to paraphrase James Dean, live fast, die young, and make a good-looking, tasty corpse.
Oh my goodness.
So
this is great.
To keep the cannibalism thread alive. No groans there. That was a pretty bad dad pun. You're talking about it reminded me of a Monty Python sketch on the subject that contains one of my favorite lines and the subject line of this email. And I missed the subject line of this email is, "I wish you all would stop bickering and eat me." So I actually gave you a link to the Monty Python skit about cannibalism. So I know this is really helpful to have these articles and a YouTube video on an email that you read online.
That's what your notes are for.
There you go. So friends, it is time to wrap this up. I'm suddenly feeling a bit peckish. All the best to you as always, your friendly neighborhood non-DP specialist, me. So P.S., what is a DP specialist? Data processing, director of photography, double play? I really don't know.
Well,
here's where we get
all
to
of those things and so many more.
All of those things.
Nice.
But my recollection of the sequence of events was you guys talking about DP as director of photography and me being like, what? Double penetration?
That is my recollection of it.
Yes.
As well.
And that became a subject of conversation a couple of times on the broadcast. And then when I went to my first Raleigh meetup and first met Brian, the DP specialist, in person, we must have talked about it recently on the podcast or something, because he turns to me and introduces himself as Brian and says he works in DP or like something like that. And it took me a second. And then he's like, oh, I'm like death penalty cases. And that is the precise moment that I fell in love with Brian, our favorite DP specialist. So just saying. And I think when you, Brian, who is present with us today, wrote in, and I was like, well, I don't want to identify people by their last names because I don't know if they want that. But then, so I'll do it last initial, but then shit, you guys have the same initial. So
yeah,
how
you
will
do.
we ever
You're both
differentiate
Brian.
them?
That's true.
So I don't know if you work in death penalty cases, but I was assuming not. Any other definition of DP?
I do not. A lot of the stuff I work with does kill a lot of people, but not really as a penalty.
So there you have it.
There you have
All right. Thanks for the story.
Yeah. There's the backstory. Speaking of, we'll finish this out with an email from our favorite DP specialist. Our favorite DP specialist, Brian.
And again, you guys wrote in at like almost the I need to look at the timestamps because it was almost the same time.
It was very close together.
And I was like, Brian, what? And it like, I had to do a double take.
Well, have you ever seen us in the same place?
That is
no
true.
But
he's mysteriously not here on this call tonight. So.
Very true. But you do have distinctively different hair volumes, so I'm wondering which one is Clark Kenting it with the beard and the long hair.
So Brian, our favorite DP specialist, writes in, "Hey ladies, hope you're well. This is a question that could double as an AITA."
Am I the asshole?
Thank you, because I was like,
I knew that. I knew. I had you.
You so often do.
What should you do when you like your vet and their vet techs, but don't like their front office staff? As some may have seen on social media, our dog had to have surgery to remove a tumor. I did see that. He's in a big cone. In the lead up to this procedure, I twice had to tell staff that I wasn't interested in the rabies vaccine as our dog had been updated at his last visit. They both times said, "Oh, I see that on his chart now." There was then a scheduling mix-up on their part that led to a missed appointment recently. The staff tried to gaslight me into believing it was my fault until I provided them a screenshot of the appointment card they gave me. No apology, just our computers have been messing up after the fact. This is leading up to now when after our dog's procedure, we went in for a follow-up. The vet told us to come back on a Thursday. I went to the front office and was advised they only had morning appointments. I advised them I had to be at work on Thursday mornings. It's the worst day of the week as I always have a dog hit. The staff said you can drop your dog off at 7:30 a.m. I asked if that was for sure as I would need my son's assistance. Our dog has high anxiety and my son is the only one that can calm him down. My son has to be at school by 7:45 a.m. and I have to be at the office early and head to the courthouse to wrangle clients. Their response was, "We can't guarantee you drop off at 7:30. When I said I don't have any time on Thursday mornings, the office manager said, "Yeah, we have to work," while rolling her eyes. I waited 45 minutes to see the vet on the day this exchange occurred, while others, 5 to 6, who came after us, were seen and left. We were the last people out of the office at 6:10 p.m., despite having a 4:45 appointment. The office offers appointments until 5:30 and closes at 6. I'm beginning to believe this is part of a pattern of punishing me for calling them on their bullshit twice now. Our vet is a wonderful lady. Our dog responds very well to her. Her staff on the vet side are all friendly and nice. The front office people have now been rude or dismissive on at least 3 occasions. My son says it's about our dog and to not worry about saying anything or finding another vet. I see some wisdom in his concern that if I communicate these issues to the vet, they may not care or support their staff blindly and stop seeing our dog. On the other hand, if I have to wait a suspicious amount of time or be disrespected every time I go there, and I'm not sure I won't let out a fuck you in the face. I'm not a do you know who I am or what I do kind of person. The office staff have no idea of my job or title. I'm simply amazed that people I have spent a lot of money with to care for my dog don't seem to care about being polite, accepting responsibility for their mistakes, or working with me without being rude. Note, of the incidents mentioned, as a competent lawyer, I have the proof and the receipts. Ooh. Should I talk to the vet? I'd love to hear your thoughts as amazing women and animal lovers. Hugs and bourbon shots to you all. Brian, the DP specialist.
You know, it's funny that he said, I'm not a do you know who I am kind of person, because I hadn't even read that far. And as he's describing it, like being waiting, I was like, do you know who he is? He is saving lives. He is busy.
Not like he has to go sit in an office and like type into a computer. Like,
but I did have that moment. I'm like, on the one hand, I get it because they're probably, exhausted. It's 7:30 that you're there. So they're there before they're underpaid. They deal with people's asshole dogs all day long. Sorry to you dog lovers out there. But on the other hand, do you know who Brian is?
Mm-hmm. Come on. Well, and the problem is that's not the only time. I would say it's funny because I've had sort of the opposite experience. So the vet that we go to, it's a group of several different vets, and you could see, when you ask for an appointment, you could end up seeing whomever. And it took us a while to sort of figure that out and be like, actually, the person we really like is this person. And so now we ask for her by name every time and basically only get appointments with her unless there's something more urgent and she's not available or whatever. But everyone else is fine. It's just she's better. But we had a bad experience with one of the vets one time, and the office staff is wonderful. And so we had to, so it's like the reverse cowgirl of his situation. Mm-hmm. We had to talk to them sort of discreetly about we don't ever want to see that vet again. Never put, but they were super nice about it. And they were like, oh, we'll put a note in your file. And no problem. It was totally fine. And I'm betting that obviously the vets, I can see his concern that the vets are going to just blindly be siding with the office staff, because they do. I mean, they work together, but also they work together. They need to know if the people in the front aren't treating patients well, because.
Well, and also it's still their staff, and they're representing the vet's office. They're representing like the clinic and the vets themselves. So, and as Elena points out in the chat, they're usually the least trained staff, not staffed because they're not like Lord of the Rings characters, but like.
But I think that it would be beneficial for them to know that, like, this is happening because, like you said, Colleen, they do kind of represent the vets, and they're potentially going to lose business because of it. You know, if they treat other people like that, then other people are not going to come back.
I was going to add that, you know, they're usually young and the least trained. And I think we've all been in those positions where we probably thought we knew better and felt, you know, like we knew it all, but always a gut check like that could help, you know.
Right.
So respectful, constructive criticism to their supervisor and then back to them is always a growth experience and opportunity. So
Kindness begets kindness.
Kindness is good, but I have no doubt Brian was kind. It's just that, you know, sugaring them up is not going to teach them how to do their job. And I think the idea is, how do they understand that despite their mood and their attitude, when you're in that type of position, you have to, regardless of, you know, how early it is or how crappy their dog is, you're going to have to be respectful to everyone. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's just a tough position. Like even the wait staff, I've never been a waiter. Thankfully, I've never waited tables. It's not something I know I would do well. I'd end up night one with a pizza on someone's head and that would be the end of it. So, so it's a tough job, but you know, everyone has opportunity to learn, grow, and it takes some tough love.
You said
feedback.
that way more eloquently than I did. So well said, Elena. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, no, I don't think that you were the asshole. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Well, I mean, you know, sweet talk the front staff, be nice, you know, but, you know, firms, like I have a sick dog. On a less serious note, you can teach the dog a trick to shake and then fall over and play dead and then make it an emergency.
Boom. There you go.
There you go.
I was going to say, surprisingly, with as many dogs that I've dealt with, I haven't had to bring too many to the vet before, but I have had to deal with a lot of either like front desk staff at like hospitals or even like sometimes nurses with not listening to you. And I think it's very similar where it's like you have this like sick person or animal and you're really emotional. And so like that puts a lot into your energy. And so you're like, you just want someone to listen to you. And I've unfortunately had a lot of situations where they haven't and stuff has gone wrong. So that adds another layer to it. So it's a fine line to cross between like being the Karen in the situation and also, you know, putting your foot down and being like, I get you're really smart. Like, I know, you know, your shit. But at the same time, I also like each animal and each person is very different. You don't always know everything and can't assume everything. So sometimes like, it's a hard line to find with those situations.
That's also very well said, but good point. Mm-hmm. Really great point. Thanks, guys. And Brian, we really missed you this weekend.
We sure did. It's been too long.
There's a whole unopened bottle of Bullet with your name on it.
2023.
It'll keep.
Oh my God, we're going to have, in 2023, we'll have 2 Brians, 2 Mandys.
Yes!
A Shandy.
A Shandy in state.
In state. Oh, it's going to be wild. And a Randy, maybe. Maybe we'll have a Randy. Oh my God.
That'd be great. A Randy to match my Shandy.
That's true.
I mean,
we seem
same
to travel
names.
in pairs, so exactly. I think, you know, that you need the rhyming couplet.
Yep.
Clearly. There we go. All right, everybody. It is getting late, so we will put a pin in it and end it there. Thank you all for coming and recapping and being a part of the show. I love when we do the live shows. The next time that we will be live will be that week in June. Shandy, do you have a date yet?
Still don't.
Okay. It's all pending on when Frank is flying from North Carolina to California. So we will be live sometime the week of June 20th for our birthday party, our annual birthday party. So stay tuned for that. We'll have the date hopefully by the time we record on the 31st.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back via Zoom. We'll have fun things planned like we always do. And yeah, I think that's about it. So again, thank you all. Brian, you survived your first live show. Yay! And we only embarrassed you slightly by making you read your own email. Woohoo! Next stop, Raleigh meetup.
Right, you are. I'll be there. I got to start getting my liver in shape. I can tell, though.
And Kayla, anything he should prep for the gummies?
Hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate. And if you have a bad trip, eat a lot of fruit and fruit juice and hydrate more.
Cool.
And focus on one single thing.
Focus on one single thing.
Yeah. I taught that lesson.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute at a certain level, and that would be Eckhart Rickner Attack from Tokyo, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed the Creepy Mailman. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to become a patron, you go to patreon.com/JayandJack. If you'd like to submit any feedback, we would love to read it about the movies or about I don't know, anything we talked about tonight or in the past, whatever, obviously.
Future things, you know? Shout out to all of our time travelers.
All of our time travelers. Thank you to Malaysia and Melanie, her mom. We appreciate you guys. If anybody ever figures out what Malaysia's waxing service was, I will make you all an appointment next May. You can email us, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com, or give us a call, 331-276-2373. Thanks again, everybody. Hope we didn't keep you up too late past your bedtime. We'll see you in 2 weeks. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.